Hi, this is Jason Teichner, certified hypnotherapist, certified holistic health practitioner, certified nutritionist. Just wanted to do a video here on a couple things. The first thing is kind of what's going on inside your body, why you're feeling crappy, why you're feeling tired, why you're having digestive symptoms, why you're getting dizzy, why you're getting lightheaded. All of those things that are extremely common now, why you're getting brain fog. And I just want to shed a little bit of light on probably the things that are going on inside your body. Before I do that, I want to address uh, certain things that are circulating here on the internet, on other YouTube videos that are completely false, completely misinformation. I've been a nutritional scientist for the last 20 years. I have seen close to 1,000 clients over that time. I have healed myself of various conditions. For those of you who don't know, really quickly, uh, back in 2000, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Didn't know enough about nutrition at the time to heal myself that way. So I went through traditional chemo radiation. It cured me, but what happened was a couple years later is I started to have all these strange symptoms. I didn't know why. Finally, I figured out through no help of any doctors, unfortunately, or other practitioners. Finally, I figured out what was really going on, and that was my entire body was toxic. So my cells were extremely toxic, and I figured out a formula to help repair the cells, repair the DNA of the cells, detoxify, and therefore reduce, balance the pH of my body and therefore get rid of the inflammation. Toxicity, which causes acidity, which causes inflammation. That's the cause of disease. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Now, before I address kind of how I did that, and just something very simple for you to do to start off with, and then we can kind of go from there. We can do a free 30-minute evaluation. I can assess really more deeply what's going on with you, come up with a customized system. But basically, first, before I kind of reveal a real basic thing you can do to really jumpstart yourself to healing, kind of no matter what's going on. I want to address some of these trends on YouTube and certain diets. There's a reason the word diet has the word die in it, and these trends that are working for people short term. So the reason that they're saying, "Oh yeah, I feel so much better," blah blah blah, all of this is because these are short term solutions. These are not for long term longevity. Eventually, you are going to get sick. I want to address number one. I want to address this ridiculous idea that the carnivore diet should be done long term. First of all, again, all of the studies that have been done on it have been very short term studies where people have felt better for a while. Is it going to make you feel better for a while? Yes, it will. However, will it protect you from cancer? Will it protect you from heart disease? Will it protect you from strokes long term? No, it will cause those things. I will dare anybody to challenge me on those studies. It will cause those things. Have you ever eaten a hamburger with a lot of fat or steak with a lot of fat, and you look at your plate afterwards? Plate's fine. Come back a few hours later, and all of the fat has literally hardened on that plate. Right? You ever done that? I highly encourage you to do that if you've never done that. What does that mean? That means that is exactly what that fat is doing inside your arteries. So, can you do the carnivore diet safely for up to 6 months? Yes. And I personally don't eat meat, but I'm not going to be biased here. I'm going to say that you can do the carnivore diet completely safely and you will feel a lot better for about 6 months. Then it's going to start to turn the table on you. Your body will become extremely acidic because you're eating too much protein. Too much protein causes acidities. Acidity wreaks havoc on the kidneys and eventually the liver, and then that fat hardens again inside your arteries, can cause heart attack, can cause stroke, and the inflammation from the acidity that the meat causes. Ask anybody that's any doctor that's ever done a colonoscopy. Ask any doctor that's ever been a medical examiner. Ask any doctor that has done an autopsy, and the colon is completely inflamed for people that have eaten meat over a long period of time. So, and that causes cancer. Inflammation causes cancer, and the high protein will cause acidity. So you've got inflammation and you've got acidity. So your pH isn't balanced, and you've got a bunch of inflammation going on. Now, again, it takes a while for this to happen, but it will happen. Mark my words. Again, all of the doctors that have done this, that have done autopsies, that have done, surgeries, ask them on the colon, ask them what they find in there. Okay? So do not listen to anybody that tells you the carnivore diet is safe long term. It is absolutely not. Do it for up to 6 months. Then we need a much better balance. So as far as what that balance is, kind of depends on the person. Everybody's got a different metabolic type. Of course, vegetables are important. Now, which vegetables, whether they're raw, whether they're cooked, again, up to the individual. Avoid any vegetables or any beans, nuts that have high lectin content, because that will tear up your digestive system. You can look at Dr. Gundry for more information specifically on that. Or if you see me, personally as a client, I can help guide you there as far as which things are high lectin, which things are not. He talks a lot about pressure cooked beans. If you're going to do beans, make sure you do them pressure cooked, because that removes the lectins. Now, certain things, the lectins cannot be removed, such as grains and such as certain vegetables. So again, get with me on that. Look up Dr. Gundry, look at his information. I agree with about 80% of what he says, but definitely listen to him on the lectin content of certain foods and avoiding those. So now let me talk a little bit about kind of what's going on in your body. This is the most toxic time that exists in our history. Toxic environment, toxic food, toxic water, toxic, chemtrails that are being sprayed. And yes, folks, that is 100% real. Do not let anybody tell you it's not. Scientifically proven, no doubt about it. So 5G, is huge. And so I will address kind of what to do. There are certain pendants that you can get to help protect and diffuse the 5G. It's called the Harmony pendant. And that's a harmony with an I. You can also go to Altera, AULTERRA.com, and you can get a plug that you plug into any outlet in your home, and it will, within 3 days, it will diffuse all of the 5G that's in the area and other radiation. So you've got to protect yourself against 5G. Also, what is causing these symptoms in you, right? It's toxicity, right? Which is, again, causing the inflammation and causing the acidity. Now, why is that bad? Well, it's bad for a number of reasons, but I'm just going to address one specific reason right now. That is that what toxicity does is it keeps you, and inflammation and acidity, is it keeps you from absorbing nutrients. Now, eventually this is going to lead to serious illness. But for now, what it's doing is it's not allowing you to absorb nutrients. So if you take vitamins, if you take minerals, if you take other supplements, and you're not feeling better, it's because you are not absorbing it. You are not assimilating it. It's not getting to your cells. So how do we fix that? Well, there's a very, very simple way, and it is a high liquid mineral formula with a combination of fulvic acid and humic acid. Fulvic acid and humic acid. Now, you've got to get the right kind though, because most of them are crap. Let's just call it what it is. Now, why this one is better? Now, I don't make any money off of this company or anything, but I'm going to grab it here real quick. I just didn't want to keep in front of the computer too long because of the radiation coming out of the computer. But anyways, this is by Dr. Tennant. I don't know if you can see that. Tennant, and it's called Raw Minerals Liquid. I would go and get that right away. And what it is, again, it's a combination of fulvic acid and humic acid. Now, what is the difference between this combination of that and any other product? Well, Dr. Tennant actually, put it back here and not get too much exposure to the radiation from the computer, the frequency there. But the difference with this company, and there's a few others out there as well that do the same thing. Premier Research is another company that does this. Now, what am I talking about that they do? What they do is they quantify their products. In other words, they use quantum technology, quantum physics to basically blast their products with the proper frequency that our body can take in. We are all made up of frequency, okay? We're all made up of frequency, and that includes our electrical system, which is mainly our brain and our heart runs on the electrical system. Our muscles run on the electrical system. But what does it all come from? It all comes from frequency. So quantifying products makes the frequency exactly the frequency that our body needs to take it in, absorb it, and assimilate it, right? So that's why you want to get that product compared to the other ones out there. Now, you're going to start small, okay? It says 15 to 30 drops a day. You're going to start just with 15 drops a day, okay? You're going to build up to 30 drops after about a week because it will cause a detox effect if you're toxic. It will cause what's called a Herxheimer effect, right? To where you feel those detox symptoms. You get really tired. You can get a headache. You can get dizzy. You can get lightheaded. All those things. So start small. What is it doing? First of all, it's balancing your pH. If you have the proper minerals in your system that you can actually absorb, it's going to balance the pH. What does it do once it balances the pH? It allows you to absorb all of your other nutrients better that you're taking in, all of your vitamins, all of your minerals, all of your supplements, okay? It's allowing you to do all of that, to actually absorb what you're taking in, so you're actually going to get much better results from those supplements. Now, with the quantified products, you literally only need about 1/10 of the milligram content that you would from a regular product, right? To get the same results because you're actually absorbing it. What else is it doing? It's detoxifying you. What's it detoxifying you from? It's detoxifying you from radiation. It's helping you detoxify from heavy metals, specifically heavy metals. So that's why you get that Herxheimer effect, because those good minerals are taking over inside your cells and literally pushing out the heavy metals, the lead, the arsenic, the mercury, the cadmium, okay? All of the heavy metals that we take in from our environment, from our food, from our water, right? The fluoride, all of that. So what do I do to filter out my water? I have a zero water filter pitcher, right? And that actually gets rid of all of the stuff. So not just the chlorine, not just the bacteria, but also not just the pharmaceutical drugs in the water, but also the heavy metals, including fluoride, including lead, cadmium, mercury, all of those things, arsenic. So now, because you're doing that, you have to replace the minerals. That's what this is doing. It's replacing the minerals, okay? Now, I have another mineral product, what's called a macro mineral. So in other words, it actually measures the amount of milligrams that I just started, and I'm going to do another video on that, another time after I start noticing a huge difference with that, which I'm sure that I will. I'll probably do another video in a few days on that one. That's a macro mineral product. So you can take a macro mineral product, which is a powder, and you can also take the this one, but this is the most important thing to start with, this liquid humic fulvic mineral product. Now, you should start noticing a difference in about a week with it, okay? And then you're going to build up to the 30 drops a day. It's going to be 15 drops twice a day. About another week, you start to notice another difference. Then that difference is going to continue, and you'll find that slowly but surely, all of your symptoms are going to start to go away. Now, if you have more complicated stuff going on, whether you know what it is, whether you don't know what it is, whether you've been diagnosed with stuff, whether you haven't been diagnosed with stuff, then you're going to, you can always reach out to me. We can do a free 30-minute evaluation. I'm going to quickly assess what's going on with you, and then we can go from there. We can set up a customized, individualized program for you. So again, been doing this for 20 years now. I'm only going to tell you this for just to impress upon you, not impress you, but impress upon you the fact that I know what I'm doing. Just look at me, and I mean, I have the beard, but how old do I look? I'll give you a minute to kind of, wonder about that. Okay, so without the beard, I look, trust me, 10 years younger than I do. But even with the beard, I'm actually 50 years old, and I have never had anybody tell me that I look 50 years old. So I usually get like 40. Anyways, this is all stuff that I figured out through personal experience and talking to other holistic practitioners that know what they're doing, which is very few, and that's very unfortunate. My clients have not only seen medical doctors, conventional doctors, allopathic doctors, they've also seen several, naturopaths as well, and no relief, right, from their symptoms, or very little relief, or they get relief for a while, and then it's, and then their symptoms come back full swing. So I can help you heal your mind and your body, fairly quickly. I mean, there's no quick fix, but within a couple of months, usually. And, I do it way differently than anybody else. Again, I address the cause of what's going on. I figure out the cause very quickly. I address it. You have a customized, individualized program to do that. So I'm going to keep making videos like this, truth videos, videos that a lot of people, won't dare make. And it's not just directly about health. This video is, obviously, but there's videos that I'll be doing as well that are indirectly related to health. In other words, kind of what's going on in the world, address it a little bit with all the toxins, and how that's affecting your health. So, and what it's doing to not only you, but doing to the masses. So I have tons and tons of knowledge on that. I've been studying what they've been doing to us as far as that goes for about the last 15 years. So I'm very aware. You can ask me any questions about that. I won't do too much here because it's YouTube, but I'm probably going to put this on other platforms as well. But obviously I have to censor it a little bit. But we can definitely talk more detail on our evaluation, and if we decide to go forward in with a client relationship. So anyways, feel free to reach out. Feel free to comment on this video. Feel free to ask any questions. Start a dialogue in the comments section. I mean, I love all of that, and I will answer any questions in the comments that I possibly can. And if you, obviously, there's going to be a lot of lay people and a lot of practitioners that disagree with some of what I said. That's perfectly fine. I always welcome that, and I always I'll challenge anybody to a discussion on any of this kind of stuff. So in any event, thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.